What's going on, traders? Hope you all had a great day. It is Wednesday, August 9th, and we'll be doing an analysis of the S&P 500, the Spider ETF. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. No way should it be viewed as financial advice. So we're going to start off with the daily chart as always, and markets did a nice round trip today. We did close red, about down $3 or so, 0.67%. Final print was coming in at 445.75, and here on the daily, the first thing that's sticking out to me, we are still clearly below the 9 and 20 for that short-term momentum, and we're back into this demand zone. We got real close today, again to the lows. What was the low today? We got just below that 445 before seeing a reversal in the morning. And now we're back in this critical demand level coming into CPI, and that big number is coming out at 8:30 tomorrow morning. So we'll be watching how the markets react to that print. Actually, let me just look really quickly. I can give out the estimates here for CPI. Estimates tomorrow are for Goldman Sachs, it's 3.2, Barclays 3.2, we have Citibank 3.3, Credit Suisse 3.3, Morgan Stanley 3.3, median, JP Morgan slightly higher, 3.4. So median is looking like it's going to be about 3.3% increase for CPI. So much larger than that. Obviously would be negative for the markets, and anything lower probably would be looked at as a good sign for the markets. So we will have to see how that comes in, if the banks are close at all to their estimates for the print. But so it's going to be a little tough to really know how markets are going to react. And the other thing that I'm noticing here on the daily chart would be kind of this H pattern, kind of a slower bear flag trying to play out right here. We're coming down, we came back up, and we're rolling over. So that's a kind of that lowercase h pattern that you do watch, certainly intraday, and of course these patterns can play out on the daily charts as well. So we'll see how close, if tomorrow is the day that we get our 444 target or not, and we still have this gap that we were talking about in the last video. Let's just pull that up so we can see it for the visual perspective. And here's that gap that we will be watching, and it basically goes down to 445 down to 442.95. We'll call it 443. So we'll see if that gap does end up getting filled tomorrow. But markets pulled up today right into this big trend line that we have been watching. I'll zoom out really quickly. The one right there, from the 5-year trend line basically. And today we basically had come up and back tested it, and then we saw that sharp sell-off right at the end of the day. And you can see here we tagged it and then back down. So very interesting right there. All right, so what else? Do we have anything else I wanted to go over here? Let's just take a quick peek. Now we've got our fibs that we have been watching, this 44625, and we closed just below it today. So let's keep an eye on again that 446.25. That was a key level that we were watching yesterday, and we will continue to watch. And it did pay today as well, when we did get back over that level for the longs during the morning and into the afternoon session before the sell-off. So we'll see what happens with that level as the day goes on. But let's just take one other look at our bigger picture. Nope, not that one. Our other trends that we have been watching. Okay, and zoom, pull up right here. And right now we're just sitting right at this trend line here, and just wicked off of it, and then we are pulled up from there a little bit. But nice opportunities. You can see we were nice range today. Really a lot wider than I was expecting coming into CPI. Bulls and bears had nice opportunities to get paid. So we'll see how this trend line hangs out, and we'll see if we get this target tomorrow. It's really anyone's guess, but we've been looking and waiting for this to potentially come. All right, so let's look at some areas for tomorrow that we may be able to manage our risk, and where we may want to engage the market. And let's see what we got. All right, so take a quick look at our day trade fibs. I don't think there's too much that has changed as far as that is concerned. You can see today we tried to again break over, really hit into this hourly 20, did a look above and fail, and then boom, right back down. Okay, but you can see the nice opportunities there were for the bears right here, and bulls, and then bears again. So overall though, great range, but still technically pretty choppy price action. Is really technically haven't really gone anywhere in the last few sessions. As you can see here, basically from 451 to 445, and just been trading in this general zone. So something's got to give, and maybe CPI is going to be the catalyst for that. So you can see here kind of the range that we have been trading in for the last few sessions. The other thing that I wanted to mention, let's just take a quick look at a 4-hour, is still overall, and also right here, this M pattern is usually not a bullish sign. So we'll have to see if this this starts to play out, if we really start getting under that 445 and confirming. But the other thing that I wanted to point out was, God, this damn candle still here, and I don't know what the hell. But we still have our high, lower high, and lower high. So still on our downtrend overall. You can do something like this. For a downtrend channel that we are currently trading in, right? So another way to look at that. All right, so what are we looking for tomorrow? Let's go into our balance zones and see what we've got potentially in store. Let me extend this a little bit. Okay. And let me extend this a little bit, even though it's going into the volume profile, but that will move. Okay, beautiful. And all right, so all the levels are pretty much the same here, so we'll try to run through this quickly. Now the 426, as long as we're holding, for me, I'm going to say for 446.25, we'll call it 23, whatever you would like. But as long as we can hold this half gap here, really the that 446.20. Yes, I still would potentially be interested in a long trades down by this 445 area. However, it has been clipped many times now. This last quadrant of this balance, it has been hit many times. More times it's hit, more likely it is to potentially break through. So, if we do break below it, instead of taking a direct long, if we break below and then recapture, that might be a better, a riskier trade. To take 4 longs instead of just directly buying. Another way you could do it: take a half position at 45. At 445.50, take an add a little bit closer to 445 and then out below. That's another way you could potentially play it. But I'm really only interested in longs for the most part. At least it's a little bit safer over that 446.25 here. Value area lows on the 30-minute chart on 5-day, but that again will open up the door for that 447, which we were targeting, and then the 447.50 had that nice break above today, and you can see exactly where we stopped. We came into the next balance just above, and we could not get back over 448.50. We got pretty close to 449. We did not quite get there, but let's look here. What was the high on this candle? 448.89, and wait, 448.89. What does this say over here? 448.89. Wow, to the T. Very nice. Right at the top of this balance. I did not get this short. I actually got a short when it came down a little bit lower, but I did it on futures. It was a back test of 45.10, which was a key level for the futures for me. And once we had started selling, we came back up, back tested, and then I went short. I did not get it on puts, unfortunately. I know a couple of people that had a really nice play on Twitter on that, but you can see here, and this is where I got in the short as we came up into this area here. I took a short and then came down, but this direct short area that we were talking about as a potential play definitely worked out nicely for the bears, and then it was just boom, right back down to where we started, and we stopped pretty much right there again at our 25% in the last part of this quadrant, right? So so holding over again for 446.23 will still give us the opportunity to potentially come up into 447, 447.50, and then over that, again looking for 448, anywhere back in this area. This area could be a short again, but it was tested today. Potential double top, but that could be another trade that we've talked about for a short. You can see though today when we did sell, we opened, we sold, we kind of just hung out. We kept trying to get over, right? We were kind of we were kind of not going either way right there at the open, and then finally, if you were bearish, same type of situation for the short. Was open to everybody here, just shorting as long as we did not actually get over that 448, basically 89, 449 last stop, and then nice play there for the bears. I didn't get any of this trade, but I did get the long, and then I got the short, but the short was only in futures. I did get some nice gains on SPX as well. Saw about 4 million come into some SPX calls, and I took them right about in this area and had a nice play on those. But I was already in calls as well from down in this area. I got the futures down here, but I got the actual calls once we broke over and was holding this 446.23. So that's how I played that one. But very similar situation. It was almost Groundhog Day today, in the sense of that inverted head and shoulders with the neckline being here, and then boom, and then we went. I was mentioning in the chat and that today really the difference might be the amount that we went up, and how high we went up. Yesterday's rally pretty much stopped at the same spot, more or less. We did get just to that 449, and today we really couldn't get, so it was again a lower high overall, but yeah, so I was thinking that this was going to happen yesterday, and then I said, oh well, today might be the day that we see that end of day sell off, and we did get it. So now that we've gone over the bull plan, let's go over the shorts. Yes, I think there could be the opportunity if we really do break below the 46.25 area. However, I don't know if that really interests me as much. Not too much room down to these lows here by the 445 area, 445.15. I possibly would be a little bit more interested in the short if we do confirm, come back and retest, and then take the short. But if you were to go short with confirmation under the 446.23, sorry, sometimes I get in the futures brain with the numbers. I'll be looking again for our main target that we've been talking about forever, 444. Under that, you got 443.62, and there's the potential to have a long trade into this next balance area. But the thing is that if that 445 really starts to, the 445 starts to break, it could really unleash more selling, and this may not work out. It is a trade idea for sure, but it may not work, and we just might really just blutter through. So if we really start to lose, 443.62 and 443, if we start to lose that, then we're going to be looking down towards 442.40, and then under that 442, 441.70, 5 we'll call it, and then 441.38. So that would be the next levels to the downside. And maybe in this area I might consider a long right around 442.50, but if I wasn't short or if I was out, but I certainly would be possibly interested in 441.75 down here. That could be another area, either A, to cover as your target, or B, to start to think about some long trades. So let's see what we get tomorrow. It should be interesting how the markets react to CPI. Again, anything more than the estimates over that 3.3% is the consensus average. So if we are over that, that's going to be pretty bearish. And if we are under, we may frame ourselves more in a bullish state of mind. But it doesn't really matter what the estimates or the average is, or even what the print is. It really matters how the markets react to it and their interpretation of it. So we will take it level to level, let price action be our guide, try to stay away from predictions, and just follow our plan, size correctly, and do the best we can. Alright guys, I hope this helped. If you did find some value in this video and the videos that I do every day, it would mean a ton to me if you guys subscribe to the channel. Even a liking of this video, that thumbs up really helps it be pushed out to more viewers as well on the YouTube algorithm. So I appreciate that, and I wish you guys the best tomorrow. Trade safe, trade smart, and follow your plan. Take care.